This is Corrina Smith, and when she found out that her husband of 38 years sexually assaulted her children when they were children, she took his life in one of the worst ways. Corrina lived a pretty happy, unassuming, normal life in the town of Neston near Liverpool, and then in July of 2020, her daughter confided in her that their father, Michael Baines, had sexually assaulted both of them for many years when they were children. Worse than finding out that your kids had been assaulted by your husband, Corrina also realized that the reason why her son had been so troubled his entire life was because of this abuse, and the same reason why he had taken his own life in 2007 when he was only 25 years old. Just before her son, Craig, died, he had told her that there was a man who had harmed him when he was a child, but he never told her who. Corrina left her daughter and went home and took matters into her own hands. She went home, picked up a bucket from her garden and filled it with water and then took it into the kitchen. She put the water on to boil and there she added 3 kilograms of sugar and waited for it. It took 13 minutes. Then she went into their downstairs bedroom, stood over the bed and poured the liquid all over his body, trying to get as much as she could. As opposed to add insult to injury, she didn't even call the police. She actually walked down the street to a neighbor who lived 9 doors away and told that person, "I hurt him really bad. I think I killed him." That neighbor went back to her house to see what in the world she was even talking about and found Michael just writhing in pain and called the police. The neighbor said that the skin on his right arm and hand was already starting to peel off. They took him to a local hospital's burn unit and discovered that there were severe burns on 36% of his body. There he lived for an additional 5 more weeks, enduring excruciating surgeries and skin grafts. Unfortunately for Corrina, British police did not agree with her version of justice. In June of 2021, she was found guilty of murder. In one of her police interviews, she admitted that she poured boiling water over Michael with sugar in it, but she said that the whole thing was a blur and minutes became seconds. "I just lost it and I was so emotional. I was not acting out of revenge." The prosecution said that she had time to think about things and calm down, the 13 minutes that the water was boiling. Because she added sugar to the boiling water, it created a very viscous, sticky liquid that was exceptionally hard to remove from his skin, causing more damage and proving that Corrina wanted to hurt him. Then they said she wasted time and didn't call emergency services, which is ultimately why he might have died. Her sentencing was July 12th, 2021, and she was given life in prison for the exceptionally cruel way that she murdered her husband. I guess the only silver lining is that they did take pity on her and she will be eligible for parole in 12 years instead of 40.